World Cup, now 4 in a row. Since 1894, we thank everyone who has gone before, for this team that now soars, for this club that now towers, for this city we know that will always be ours.
Just pop that on, keep them on show at all times. Thank you.
Since 1894, this club has been at the very core of a city that's proud, a city that's loud, a city that's always stood out from the crowd, a club for all of Manchester. Way back, a vicar and his daughter, already supporters of a broken community, created opportunity, gave them hope and gave them heart, and built a team to bring their people together. That spirit stayed, and with every game played, the bond grew. It was built into being sky blue. The first trophy bridged the gap, put this city right on the map, to set the ball rolling for all. And what a ride it has been. What wonders we've seen. The crowds that flocked, the results that shocked, the rages and rants, the songs and the chants, the joy and relief, mixed with sheer disbelief. We've seen powerful patricians, mavericks, magicians, fleet-footed flyers down the wings, the absurd, the outrageous, the brave, the courageous, and the privileged few saw the king. Defiance will always define us. There are times we bend games to our will. Moments that are etched there forever. Moments when time just stood still.
You see where Bernardo is? He's just going to go round through the door, counting there's one for chance to what you win is chance to lose that's not much it is. But a nice sized room. If people need a bathroom, please. It's not a case of asking for permission. Don't worry about that. But we'll just please don't see a toilet on the road. Just invite a people down. We've got these passes we can get in anywhere. Now that might be a ploy to get in to see the game on Saturday, Sunday against Bournemouth. But trust me, you don't want to be locked in our toilets for any length of time, let alone that. If you've got any questions, please ask either of us. Please take as many photographs. We're going to go in now. What I'd ask is, rather than take, as soon as you get in, people get excited and get the photos out and stay, let's film the photos. Please avoid doing that till you get a seat. I'll give you a couple of minutes, because sometimes people trip over, so we don't want to forget it. Is that okay? Should we stay in, just have a chat? I'm fine to do that for you. Or should we go in the stadium? In the stadium? Brilliant. If you didn't put your hands up and you're prepared to tell us who you support, put your hands up, those that did.
Manchester United.
That doesn't register that. No. Well, we have got a prison cell under there. We've never used it, and we're desperate to try it out. So if there's any problems, what about anybody else? Arsenal. Yeah. Did you see the Premier League trophy? Just to remind what it looks like. I think that you're only good. You're looking good, aren't you? Yeah. Anybody else? No.
Chelsea, Arsenal.
Another Arsenal fan. You're the two then, are you? Listen, it doesn't matter. Seriously, we'll hopefully have a bit of fun. No offence meant, no opening on taken. It doesn't matter who you support. We welcome everybody to our stadium. So I'm going to just tell you initially when it was built and why it was built and the capacities, and I'll tell you a little bit about what you're around. So, 2002, this stadium was built for the Commonwealth Games. It wasn't built originally as a football stadium, but we knew it was going to be our new home. When we were going to leave Main Road, where we've been for, well, by the time we left, 80 years, from 1923 to 2003. Commonwealth Games were here in 2002. 1 year later we moved in, so it took a year to convert it because we wanted to make sure we had a proper atmospheric football stadium. We did that by ensuring that this is our noisiest end, right? This is where the singing starts. This is where we put the enemy on match day. So if you support another team like
Enemy like Arsenal.
what's what?
Enemy like Arsenal fans.
Arsenal, 3,000 seats there. And the other people, I can't put the two words together. I can say Manchester separately, and I can say United, but I can't join the two words. When they were here a few weeks ago, they were in here, 3,000 seats, lower, middle, upper tier. The capacity here for the Commonwealth Games was 38,000. The running tracks were about heads. So this was all underground. It took a year to dig it all out, and then for our first game against Barcelona in 2003 August, we got 38 supporters. And then we added another tier which you can't see. This one, about 9 years ago, that took us to 55.
By creating an imaginary
Just over
picture.
1,000 more.
Usually it's something that's
Put
moved.
the electronic boards in. So we're 54 thereabouts, just really. We've got a big plan, you can see behind me, that development, North-Star development. That's going to take us to 61,000. It's a magical figure for UEFA because our owners want to have the Champions League final, so that's the ambition. And also, we've got the Euros in 2028, which will be played. So the qualifying rounds. So that will be ready to sit in about next April. Behind it all, the development, the new museum, the fan zone, the hotel we're building at the back, 401 beds. It's all backed on to Co-op Live, the big music arena that was built that opened April last year. That's 23,500 capacity. That's the largest music venue in the UK now. So that joins together, makes it an entertainment district.
So then, why?
Everything else around this stadium is dedicated on sport. National squash, national tennis, national water polo, rugby league. So our owners wanted to make it much more of a wider option for fans or guests. So said if we'd not won that game and got out of that, the equivalent of the third division, we wouldn't have got this stadium. So it was that significant. Now, just going to walk around here. All these stands. Another one over there, I'll give you a few minutes as we go along. One over there if you see that. So this is the highest offer of hospitality that City offer fans or guests on match day. This is Tunnel Club ground, this level. Remember I said we're at ground level, that running track was above our heads when we sat down. So Tunnel Club ground, it's quite informal, you can wear colours. You'll come in here 3 hours before kick-off, have an hour after the game. Access the bars. The food's quite informal, it's like tapas style dining. Downstairs, about 250 guests in here, about another 250 downstairs there, Tunnel Club Premier. That's a bit more formal, that's your champagne reception, fine dining, ties, etc. It's an amazing experience, and as I say, 3 hours before kick-off and an hour after kick-off. But the really, I think, the most amazing part of this is that this is unique. Not the hospitality part of it is unique, but this is where our team comes on match day. So, if you imagine, well, an hour and a half before kick-off, whatever time it is, our training complex is across outside the stadium. If anybody came in by car, you'd see a white Nexon bridge, and that connects up the training complex, which is on an 88-acre site. It's a former chemical plant. It's modelled on La Masia, that is the same principle at Barcelona. So we have the headquarters of the City Football Group. Our women's team have a 7,000 capacity stadium there, which we are one of only two sides that have the dedicated stadium. Although the women's team will play here last season 3 times. So against people from across town, Chelsea and Tottenham. So let's just imagine this match day. 250 guests from downstairs come up here to join the other 250. the rails run out there. At the start of the rails, you can see there, they run right through to the doorway here, and there's 500 guests either side of that. The 5-minute journey that the men or women's team will make will come down the road, Ashton New Road, round the back of the shop, swing round there and stop right outside there. There's about 1,000 fans on average usually for that. Welcome. Sometimes fireworks, lots of loud, dynamic, motivational music, DJ set, and then the doors open. We've rolled a lovely carpet out. What colour carpet is it?
Blue.
Thank you, right on cue. For things like Oscars and MTV Awards and all that sort of stuff, yeah, that's red, that's what they use, isn't it? But we try and minimise the amount of red we do here. Lancashire Rose can't change that, red wine don't want to change that, legally we can't change the fire extinguishers, and the other thing's ketchup. Our chefs made blue ketchup. Not a good look, not a good taste. So, who's the first person that comes in? Exactly. Pep comes in first, through all these fans, low fives, high fives, and then the management team following, and then all the players will come in, individually announced. So first off the coach, Irving Harlan, and then they come in. So my question for you is, Bournemouth on Sunday, will they get the same wonderful warm welcome by all the guests in here? It's not, you're looking very sceptical like that. It's not going to happen, is it? Their coach will go, if you look where that clean event van is, just to the right of that, there's a service road that goes round the back of the stadium, underground, into a corner over there. They will leave their coach there, and will then walk on a long corridor. Where they actually arrive initially is where we keep the waste, the food waste. So at times it's, it might not smell so sweet, but what we will also do is take them so probably underneath the wall, and that they'll go past the kitchens. So all players, ours and the opposition, will not eat them for between 3.5 to 4 hours. So their players will walk in, headphones on, wash bag under their arm, completely in the zone, and then they'll walk past the kitchens. And they might just start to think, I'm not eating food. Does this start to affect where the brain is? We will do whatever we can. Every football club does whatever it can, because once they go out on there, that's up to the team to sort out the opposition, let's say. But while we're available and able to, we will try and help with whatever. We call it home team advantage. So that's the way it works on match day. Now, what I'm thinking is, we good to go down? I think we are, aren't we? Yeah. So I think some of the youngsters should, and I'll go first if I have to, and then you guys will come down. Have you got a City shirt on? Yeah, you can as well. Come on in, look. You've definitely got a City shirt. Yeah. You can come. So we need you. So this is the route the team will take. You're the team for today, okay?
Oh, wow.
Okay, so if you follow, go on. You need it all professionalists. You need to be in a line. Just go in. Yeah. Are you coming as well? Come on. It's not hard. It's not horrible. Honestly, right? Are you coming? Anybody else?
Yeah.
So this is our team for today. These guys are now going to come down here. Now I'm going to do something you lot are going to hate, because I'm going to give these guys permission not to wash their hands tonight, because they're going to be picking up DNA for in Harland on these bars as you go down. Or Phil Foden or Rodri. Who's your favourite player? Rodri, well, there you go. Let's get some of Rodri's DNA on these. Come on.
Right guys, let's follow. Let's go down.
This equipment very rarely gets used. Pep would not want anybody doing upper body strength or resistance work 30 minutes before kick-off. It's not going to happen that. What the players will do though, if they come in here, they don't have to, they'll get a 30-minute warm-up on the pitch before kick-off. Some of them like to use a static bike. Some of them will use these resistance bands that we've got in here. The box that's there, you'll get sometimes 3 players doing head tennis going around it. So you head it, move, next player comes round. So we keep going around rotating in the circle. These are very popular, as you can see, and the scrub bar. So this is like Pilates type exercises. So basically we're just coming in here to get a pre-activation stage of the muscle set. So we're getting to be, the body's getting to be aware that something's going to happen. So it's just giving them that heads up we would call it. So you can put these down. The most important thing here is that little box down the temple that's head up, Nuvo, because that controls the music. So the first person comes in, controls the music. That's where the big rush is going. So as I said, it's not, this is not through that door is where the away team formal areas and there's virtually nothing in there. It's up to the classroom most of the time. There's no obligation to give the opposition a warm-up area. So if they offer us when we go to their stadium, we'll offer them. If they don't offer us, we don't offer them. Okay. So we're going to go. If you want to follow Heidi, the group that let's get the team first, guys.
Let's get the boys
Let's get
together. Come on.
yeah.
Ready?
Yeah, the professional, right there we go. So
Right.
right behind Heidi, that room there is Pep's match day office, and on the right is you can see that big, beautiful, big blue badge. That's an inspiration wall. I'll tell you about that in a few minutes. But lead away, Heidi. Let's go, guys. Say again. We can't see. We're not allowed to see behind it. So, but I'll explain when I'll tell you when we get round to the top of the stairs, because it's what the players see when they come out.
Okay.
I was at the test in July. Snow of the weather.
We've got to keep on line and shirts, so I guess they continue as well. We'll take rapid results.
Achète bien s'il te plaît.
Imagine the route the guys brought us down is that apart from nipping into the Ponty warm-up area, they would come straight into it. So the first 11 plus substitutes, they'll be the only people who will come down to the dressing room with the management team. When they come into here, the players that are selected will have their shirts, 2 shirts, socks and shorts on their seats. We reuse the socks and shorts, so they get washed. They go to the laundry. The shirts, they can do with them what they want. So they can hand them to youngsters in the crowd at the end of the game. That's very popular in the UK. Roll up the shirt, hand it to somebody. They might come in after the game here, take the shirt off and they'll all sign it and it'll go to charity to raise money. And the other option is swap it with somebody who played the games. So that's we go through 3,000 shirts every season now doing that. Underneath the seats, the players have shin pads, sliders and their boots. The actual, well, as you know, our kit is sponsored by Puma, so it's brand controlled. They can't change anything, they can't rise anything, they can't put the name over anything. So what they will do is they can do things with boots. So if they don't have a contract with Puma, they will, if they're with Adidas or Nike, they'll have struck a separate deal contractual relationship with them, and then they might actually get like an embossed signature or even the national flag. The shin pads can be changed because they're not on public view. So, for example, Phil Foden, on his shin pads he has a picture of Ronnie, his eldest son. All right. Shin pads, where was I? Picture of Ronnie, plus a picture of the Premier League trophy, plus a picture of the St George's flag. Other players, Sabinho's pictures of himself when he was younger, and Vardiol, Josko Vardiol has a picture of Marlon Brando in The Godfather, you know, the dinner suit, with the famous phrase, keep your friends close, but your enemies even closer. So they've all got their own little things that they like to do. When the players come in after the game, well, at half time, this bar here, this desk for want of a better term, has nutrition, gels, biscuits, drinks. So our nutrition team will tailor to each player what their nutritional content will be at half time. So they'll take nutrition bars, etc. And then when they come at the end of the game, the food will be brought in. That's quite often very simple food. They wouldn't eat like this over at our academy, but they're allowed a slice of pizza. So that's their treat for the game, especially if we win. They'll go in here, the showers are behind us, and then immediately behind me now there is a pool which is 10 degrees. So it's pretty cold. That's used, all of them will use that. The cold is for post-match recovery, not specifically for players that are injured, it helps everybody recover quickly. And then we've got another pool which is 27 degrees behind that. Now, 8 minutes before the game starts, this orange light will buzz and flash. That's controlled by the referee or match day officials, as we refer to them now. And then that will do the same again in 7 minutes. So basically, in that 1 minute, you're getting a warning, you've got to be ready. And at 7 minutes, they're going to be going out again. Okay? Now, as you can see, it's a perfect space for communication, this, for a perfect communicator like Pep. You can all see me, I can all see you. We don't go in the away team dressing room, I'll just paint a very quick picture of what that looks like. Both UEFA class dressing rooms, okay? But the other one is rectangular. It's about the same length. There is no padding on the seats. It's the same colour as this floor. It's grey. So a colour that we're advised doesn't energise. In fact, it pushes mood down. So we'll do that in terms of for the opposition. So on Saturday just gone, England women's team were in this space, and Brazil's national women's team were in this space. So it's very, very different. The line that you can see around here was chosen by Pep from a poem by a man called Tony Walsh. Wrote it in 2013. It's a love story to Manchester. It's a great poem. It's got about the suffragette movement, it's got about computers, it's got Rolls Royce. But it gained notoriety in Manchester and in the UK 2017 because we had an arena bombing, terrorist bombing. Pep's wife and one of his daughters were at the Ariana Grande concert. So he said, I want this line. So some are born here, these three guys are from this area, and everybody else are brought here. They come here because of the club, because of Pep, because of the group of players they want to join. So that's his own stamp on the dressing room, really. You good to go? Okay, so if you guys now could just all come to this end of everybody come to this end of the dressing room. I'm just going to swap places with you because I'm going to take these shirts down. So if you go up there and look to this end, get your phones and cameras ready. We're going to show you a very short film again. But what this does, a guest asked me this morning, is this really the dressing room? So I said, this is not Universal Studios, this is not a false dressing room, and this film will show you some of the things.
Then you have to be ready. So we still have a month and months fighting for the title.
Within these walls, bonds had been formed and a history written.
Different members nobody had been better than us. We've across the goals and bonds and 4 in a row.
Guardiola arrived with his vision.
The great movement realized it is possible to think about what players do away. It's normal.
He transformed our game, innovating, inspiring, motivating.
Push you to be more personally best. And push you to do more. But what am I focused? The energy you want to feel during the games of a moment. When you believe it.
Within these walls, victories have been treasured. Win after win. Trophy after trophy. Captains have led with unwavering determination. Playing with purpose, building on the legacy of those who have led before. Players have come and gone, but the spirit of resilience, pride, and togetherness remain constant. No matter what comes our way, our determination lifts us.
What you have to do? You need to keep going, guys. Stick to it. Our momentum will arrive.
We rise again.
Because until the last 3 guys, we are going to fight with each other.
Time after time. Within these walls, the journey to glory begins.
You want to break a family Champions League?
Game after game, season after season, chapters of history are written.
I think when the players move around, people around Africa.
Chapters that will be saved for decades to come. Heroes are made and records are broken. Here, local talent and global stars come together. Here is the beating heart of our team. Our city.
The 90-mile road journey becomes a 3-hour road journey. Probably a little bit of a benefit with half term, isn't there?
It is.
Well, then that switches around.
Now I have to go bold because he lost. Have to go bold.
So I promised to tell you about the inspiration wall. So you know when we came out of the gym and I said to the right there's that screen. So there's a few things here that about motivation and about psychology, Pep's psychology with his players. That screen will have gone up before the team come out. We're not allowed to see in it, but what I do know is, because this is how sad I am, I stopped Netflix 12 times to be able to read it at the top, and it's got, who do you sacrifice everything for? So Pep in his office has a picture with him and his mentor. Pep's off, his mentor is, anybody want to have a guess?
Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho.
No, it's going to be something from Barcelona.
Yeah, you're getting warmer. Well, he was there, wasn't he, at one time, with Bobby Robson, but Johan Cruyff.
Yeah.
Cruyff. So, picture of him as his manager at Barcelona when he was playing there. What he does, asks all the players to bring in a photograph of somebody who has sacrificed. So, parent, grandparent, teacher, coach, who has inspired them. So, like these guys here, where you've given up time, you've brought them somewhere, you make time, you sacrifice things. So don't forget all this stuff about sacrifice, right? Okay? So he does that with his players. So they're not as good as they are, and these are the best in the world. They've not just got there by being great footballers or athletes. They've done it. They've got here because a parent or a grandparent has taken them to coaching on a Wednesday night when another parent's been working, or whatever. But he taps into that. This is part of his psychology as well. This is his choice, this photograph. This was our fantastic night in Istanbul 2 years ago. Now, if you look at it, it's a huge group of people. It's not just the playing staff. So we've got Pep at the top there with his then captains. We've got all the players, roughly speaking, in the middle there. Pep's not at the front though. He's not down here with the trophy saying, look at me, I'm Guardiola. He's at the top. But also on here we've got people like Chef, IT, data management, all the data that we collect on the game and the players, our medical team, our goalkeeping staff, our boot room people, kit man as he used to be when he was here. So Pep's view is you all got the team over the line, so you all enjoy the glory of that, as it were. Okay? Sorry, I felt like a lecture. I don't mean it's a lecture. It's a great insight. To me, it's an insight into this manager, as a manager and a psychologist, really, to get the most out of these athletes. The away team dressing room is there. So they will come out into that space about 2 meters by 1. They'll see that beautiful blue badge. They'll look to the left and they'll see you guys waiting for them. That'll have them worried. They'll start to wobble a bit. And then they look at that and think, these are people that have won the Champions League, okay? So what we're going to do now is our guys, our team, are going to lead us down onto the pitch side. So anybody who's doing pumpkins, don't forget. What we need is whoever's with these guys, if you want to go to the bottom of the stairs and photograph them coming down the steps, or make a little film of them, that's fine. So if you get down there, we're going to go pitch side. I'll give you a shout in a minute, you guys hang on there, 1 minute. Now, I know we've got people not everybody support the City, but you're going to have to bear with us today, guys. You're all going to have to go down the same way. Okay, we're ready, camera people? No. No? Right. Okay, let's go, team. We need a crowd. It's a bit quiet, isn't it? That's better. Come on, City, let's go. Go, go, go. Owen, Bournemouth. Come on, you boys. Come on, City. So Bournemouth will be there on Sunday afternoon. Look at the height of where our players are. So again, the psychological advantage of almost domination. The heated seats for both sides, but our guys, we have vents in front of them, so when it's really cold we can take the vent cover off and blow warm air over it. We don't give the visiting team that advantage at all. And where we were upstairs, remember we were in there, in Tunnel Pub Ground, the seats on the side, the dark blue seats, those are for the seats of those guests, and the ones in the middle who've had their champagne and they've got their ties on, that's the seats in the middle of theirs. They're heated seats as well. The area above is where our owner would sit, where the S is, our chair, our chief executive directors, and then the visiting board, as it were, from Bournemouth will be sat on the other side. Queen Elizabeth II sat where the A and the D are for the Commonwealth Games, because that's where the finish line was. Remember I said it was above our head? So she gets, obviously, as Amy Monarch at the time, best seat in the stadium. I don't actually believe that. The best seat in the stadium is in block 111, row 5, seat 268 and 9, my seat. Forget what the monarchy get. See the third tier where it has taping on that gantry we call it, that's where the TV commentators sit. So the pundits will work from that large window grey box over there on the other side. So those that have played for your team and other, Nicola Richards and Joe Hart will be up there, Alex Scott for the women's game. And then the boxes you can see running between second and third tier. We had 76 of those, but we're down to 55 because of this development. Those are usually corporate businesses, successful local businesses. But the players have boxes. So if you went to the very last one and looked on the door, it's got Team Haaland. So who do you think's dad is in there watching it? Erling, by any chance? So they've got a large box, 22-seater. They have to pay for it themselves. It's not a freebie. We don't know how much they cost. Phil Foden, local lad, as a Mooney's going. Bye, Moonbeam. Phil Foden has a box on either side because he's a local lad, as you know. He must be generous because he's got a big family, so he gets a blabber. And Pep's box is under there where he's got Ethiad back. So when the game ends, he turns around and okay, any questions, anyone?
No, I think it's
Bye-bye. Say bye to Moonbeam, everyone.
Bye, Moonbeam. Okay, follow me, guys. No pressure, there's only 43 and then the rest of these rooms are used by the media. The companies that have got the rights on the game, so if it's Sky or if it's BBC, they will get the first opportunity with the players. And then as you move around, this room at the end will go past in a minute. That's if we say got an on Wednesday we're playing Borussia Dortmund, so there'll be quite a lot of interest in Germany, so they can have that larger suite and you can interview up to 5 players at a time to get hold of that. Okay, follow me, Bob. So what happens at the end of the game is, somebody said a few minutes ago, the media are all waiting along here, yeah? The players will exit along there. So the away team will go round and collect their coach down that. That's the corridor I mentioned where all the rest of the food's being prepped for the restaurants. Our team don't go back on the coach because we bring the cars over for them. Pampered completely. So they go back to their cars, which are parked over there, and then they head off to home. I'm going to go into the press conference room now. This is used for after the game, basically. So Pep's done his interview because we're playing in Swansea tomorrow night. So he's done his lunchtime interview today, but over at our training complex. So our first team building there, and we've got within this headquarters of the City Football Group, we've got another media suite there. That was completed in 2014, that complex. So it's a bit more modern. But let's go in here, and if I can just ask yourself and yourself, sir, if you can just come first. Everybody else, please sit where you want, but not on the front row. Okay?
There is an actual reason for that. Just please don't sit on the front row.
know we've...
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so this is the post-match press conference room, guys, and this is where Pep will come after a game to take his interviews. There's 100 seats in this room, so it fits 100 press in here. On the Champions League semi-final, though, for example, when we played Real Madrid, this room was packed. People were sitting on the floors, and a stage at the back for cameras as well. So, depending on where the away team has got to go, if they've got to travel quite far, Pep might say to their manager, you can have your interview first, and then he'll come in after that, okay? You'll spend about 5 or 6 minutes in here, no longer, and you can only ask him about the game that you've just seen. You can't ask him about any transfers, any injuries, or anything going forward about future games. You can only ask him about the game that's just been played. And if you've asked Pep a silly question in the past, good luck getting to ask him a question again in the future. It's not going to happen. So, in this room, this is where it actually happens. This is where the magic happens. Again, all these areas that you've been brought to are the actual places where these things happen. They're not replicas. So when you're at home and you're watching the game from this point on, and you'll be like, oh, I went in there. I was in that room. This is unbelievable. And it should make you feel really excited, okay?
Please have safe journeys home, safe onward journeys wherever you're going to. Please come back and walk on the roof in a year's time. Heidi will be leading on those tours. I'll be down there making cups of tea. I'm not letting on anybody's room. A couple of pointers. If you've got these lanyards we gave you at the beginning, you will get 10% off if you buy anything in the store. We appreciate all the money you've spent to come here. If you decide to spend more money, 10% off with those. If anybody wants to look at the VR experience, you can just go and have a chat with the guys. That's the best way of doing it, really. They can explain what happens. So if you want to go over to them, I'm going to exit this door here. If we could ask you one big favour, it's we have a TripAdvisor page, the Manchester City Stadium tour. It's the only place where we get any feedback about what we're doing in terms of what our managers, so they know we're not just sitting in somewhere drinking tea and coffee and doing nothing. You can just go on there and put a little comment. If you thought it was brilliant, then I'm Steve, and this is my colleague Heidi. If you thought it was a bit, or it wasn't even very good, then you just put, went to Manchester United by mistake. My name is Phil Neville, and this is Tracy Neville, okay? If you want to go and check the shop out, I'll walk out and show you where the photos are, and then you just decide what you want to do. But other than that, we're going out through these doors, okay? Perfect. Nice to meet you guys. You're welcome. Okay, let's go and check out. Anybody who wants to check out the photos?
Where do you think?
Bro, stop video.